lucky ring.
Give me the good luck ring. Come on.
I left my actual fucking Expendables ring back home. Yes, I have an actual Expendables ring. So, we're on the way to see Overlord. You and I, we pretty much have like a checklist of at least 3 Simpsons memes we have to look out for every movie.
Yep.
So the first one is someone kicking the door down. We've got someone starting a car, so we can shout, "What the DD!" And I feel like the third one probably varies from film to film.
More obscure.
That red light just came out of nowhere. It was like Randy Orton. Out of nowhere!
I thought it was more of like a John Cena thing.
You can't see it yet. John Cena's actually got a fucking working film career now.
Really?
He's the star in Bumblebee. You know what score Bumblebee currently has on Rotten Tomatoes?
2?
98.
Really?
That's literally the complete opposite of what you said. Wow. A Transformers movie has a 98% rating. That does not sound possible.
We should see it.
No, absolutely. It's the first Transformers movie not actually directed by Michael Bay, so that could be
Makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
Maybe like everyone's just used to how crap they were, and then now it's like, even if it's mediocre, it's just like, what? Just much better.
It could be. You actually been to cinemas much lately, or?
Nah.
Hasn't really been all that much on, I suppose.
Yeah.
So Creed 2, that was good. I feel like if that's the last Rocky film, that's a perfect spot to end it, because you can only tell so many stories, and I feel like that's sort of the point in time where we can bring it to a close.
I should see it then, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we
It's
should do a
good.
Rocky marathon.
You've got to binge them all one after the other.
It makes sense, like.
If you're emotionally ready for it, though. Me, I tear up. And everyone except Rocky 4. No emotion in that movie, just a fuck ton of training montages.
I just still remember like Roman numerals because that Simpsons joke they did.
Yes.
I know. Rocky V. That was the 5th one. So, Rocky 5 plus Rocky 2 equals Rocky 7, Adrian's Revenge!
Come back here!
In a sense, they did predict Rocky 7, Creed. Oh no, The Simpsons with their futuristic prediction because it's weird.
I still remember they predicted the Marry Me cow.
They predicted that, they predicted President Trump, they predicted the release of a new Star Wars film, Star Wars Episode 7, The Apology, released at the same time as an Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. Did you see the trailer for the new Robin Hood movie?
No, I don't think so.
It's got Taron Egerton, the guy from Kingsman, and Jamie Foxx.
Wait, which guy from Kingston?
Exactly. Exactly. It bombed so hard.
Oh, gee.
On a budget of $100 million, it made $67 million. But who in their right mind asked for a Robin Hood movie again?
No one.
The last Robin Hood movie they made didn't even make a profit at box office. The fucking Russell Crowe one.
I don't even remember that one.
Exactly. I don't even remember it. Everyone's comparing the new Robin Hood to that new King Arthur movie that bombed.
Heard of that one?
Did you actually see it?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you don't need to. Guy Ritchie makes good Guy Ritchie films. Sherlock Holmes can be made into a Guy Ritchie film, the King Arthur story cannot.
Didn't he also do Man from Uncle, right?
He did do The Man from U.N.C.L.E. That wasn't much of a typical Guy Ritchie movie. It was good. Like, I remember enjoying that.
Yeah, remember we saw it at Hoyt
Lux.
Luxway.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Did you get a free ticket to that, or was that just me?
I can't remember.
Because it's always me getting the free shit and you getting the shaft. Even though we're both signed up to the same thing.
Maybe it's because you're always at the cinemas.
I never go to Hoyt's though. The cinema we're actually going to, my friend Tash works there. Shout out to Tash, bless you, because she gets me all the free movie tickets I want.
Nice.
Yeah, if I didn't win this double pass to Overlord, I'd just be getting tickets through her. She takes care of me and expects nothing in return. Like, I feel so guilty because I've seen maybe like 20 movies thanks to her and I don't think I've given shit back.
Good time for giving now.
Yeah. Well, she had a housewarming like 2 weeks ago and I didn't give her anything. I was going to get her some weird ass tacky housewarming gift from Target. Like a thing that's just wholly unnecessary but practical 1% of the time. Like a corn chip bowl that's shaped like a truck. The front of the truck being where you put the salsa. That's an actual thing.
Really?
I've gifted that before. It's a very white people gift, you know?
Yeah.
So man, you're 1 year off finishing your engineering degree. How's it feeling?
I don't know. I still kind of like engineering.
If you still like it, that's good.
Yeah.
If your passion hasn't burned out, then
But I don't know if I want to do PhD or anything.
fair enough. You want to just pursue work in it?
I don't know. It's not what I expected it to be.
Fair enough.
It is interesting, so that's kind of why.
Okay, I mean, as long as the interest is still there.
So what are you doing now?
Since returning from America, I've become a labourer, so I do contract work, setting up events and taking them down and stuff. An occasional trucker. Going for my forklift driver's license soon. I'm a high-vis boy now. Always keep this on me.
For some reason, I just knew you thought you was like a big rig driver.
That'd be mad.
Vest with like egg stain on it for some random reason.
Just get a Navitron auto dry system.
Sit there and feel your ass grow.
I bet I can relax harder than you guys. I'm driving up to Sydney soon to work a festival up there.
Pretty cool.
But also because I'm dating a girl in Sydney now. Met her in Michigan, you know. I'm the one Australian dude who flies to America and comes back with an Australian girlfriend.
That's weird because I also seeing this girl from Sydney.
You're seeing a girl from Sydney?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. How is... You know, I don't even want to question it. It kind of makes sense for us now.
Although I didn't have to fly to Michigan.
Yeah,
It's the same uni as me.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, next time I drive up to Sydney, I'll hit you up. So if you want a free lift up there. How in the fuck, man? Seriously. I mean, but then again, we are literally wearing matching shirts right now, so.
You know, like that meme, just girly things, when you and your best friend wear the same outfit.
I'm gonna make that meme for this video, but like Photoshop us into it.
Nice.
Yeah, Jesus.
I still think my favorite one of that is like when you get like body piercings and it's a picture of Qui-Gon getting stabbed.
Oh god. Did I show you that one where Qui-Gon gets stabbed and he suddenly is Homer like fiddle-dee-dee, that will require tetanus.
That was a good one. Yeah, I haven't been making that many memes lately.
Not has memes, but I've been making a fuck ton of Harold Holt memes.
Nice.
I've got 72 on standby. We just broke 1,300 likes, and the other day I was at a pool party and Harold Holt memes was brought up, and they were amazed to find out I was the person who runs that page. Yeah. I'm a minor celebrity. Also, I tell myself to sleep at night. Yeah.
I once appeared on this guy's Twitch stream.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, how to handle fame.
Yeah, big game now. So, Overlord, do you actually know anything about this movie?
All I know is it's based on like hot zombies.
It's exactly what we want, yeah. I feel like it's like a video game movie that's not actually a video game movie.
Yeah.
Kind of like how The Maze Runner was actually Temple Run, the movie. Think about it. I mean, it was based on the book The Maze Runner, but it's the exact same plot of the game Temple Run.
It is, actually.
Yeah.
I did make an Angry Birds movie.
Oh, I saw that. It wasn't.
Didn't see that.
It wasn't good. It was just a very sort of juvenile cartoon movie most of the time, and then out of the blue, they put the Angry Birds element in. With a movie like that, you can go in with really low standards because the source material is an iPhone app.
Yeah.
But the jokes and such just weren't funny. So that's the problem with that movie, not the source material or faithfulness. I've been thinking about that a little bit lately, like video games they need to make into films and how they haven't actually done it yet. To this day, I honestly cannot name one good one. Now, I will say as a child, I liked the Mortal Kombat movie, but I'd like to go back and rewatch that to see if it's still any good.
I've watched it like kind of recently, or at least in the past year, and it just seemed really weird to me.
Yeah, I just remember it being like cheesy, the cast looking like their characters but not acting well. The locations were good, the visual effects were like really obvious CGI, I remember. But the one thing I remember was just like, it wasn't violent, it was like PG, and that's not Mortal Kombat.
You need like ripping spines out and stuff like that.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, they took the source material to Rampage and they made a shit movie because they didn't put any fucking Rampage in it.
There's no Rampage in Rampage.
Yeah. I made that meme and so many people were getting pissed off at me. They were like, oh, what, were you expecting character development? And I was like, no, I wasn't. I wanted more Rampage. Off the top of your head, if you could pick a classic arcade game, 70s arcade, because that was when it took off, way before things became significant to make a film about, what video game would you pick? And then, who would your lead actor be? Can be of any gender or anything. My favorite arcade game was Asteroids.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Dude, same wavelength. Okay, we've got to pick the perfect actor for Asteroids.
I don't even know what an Asteroids movie would be about.
I feel like it would just be a survival thriller about them being lost in space and having to navigate their way out of an asteroid field.
I was thinking something more like Armageddon.
Oh, true, yeah. I rewatched that recently. It's not as good as I remember.
Yeah, doesn't hold up that well.
No, if you watch the film, it cuts so fast between everything.
Yeah.
One review said the editing style resembles a machine gun stuck in autofire. And it's true, it just goes...
Could it be as bad as Taken 3 though?
Oh, no.
Through the 9 cuts it took of Liam Neeson jumping over a fence.
No, you're pretty much right. It would be a series of asteroids are coming to Earth, and they need an assembly crew of like A/B-list movie stars, like in a classical disaster film, to go up and do it. So you need like the captain, you need the brains, you need the demolitions expert, and the turret operators. We've got to name these actors. All right, who would we want captaining our ship in the Asteroids movie? It's just going to be like an A-list action star, like Bruce Willis. Let's take Armageddon as the basis for everything we're going with here.
You said captain, I just pictured Sean Connery.
Ooh. I feel like Sean Connery could be in the film, the on-the-ground character feeding them information. Damn it, ship, you've got to turn left at the next quadrant if you want to make the asteroid field. Alright, I'm gonna name the captain right here. The captain who has to make a valiant sacrifice at the end, Mel Gibson. Because he's an action hero, and his career has a huge comeback right now so he can sell the movie.
Yeah.
So now we need the pilot. The pilot should be the comic relief because he's sort of clashing with the captain about who's in charge of the ship. Who's someone that's funny? Chris Tucker? Or is that too on the nose?
Terry Crews.
Oh, okay, yeah, we've just got to cast Terry Crews, yeah.
Can't wait till Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh my god, the trailer for the new season was amazing.
January 10th, your birthday.
The day after my birthday. You know who we do need to sell a blockbuster? We need like a music star trying to foray into acting as a turret gunner. We got lucky here. We'll never forget the spot, Wilson Street.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's fate.
I will say, I've gotten lucky on this street a couple times before. Like, came here to see that horror film, Truth or Dare. I parked here.
Was it a good movie?
It was a decent movie. It's a very underrated horror movie. You know how the standard for slasher films is really low?
Yeah.
The impressive thing about Truth or Dare was, even with its tacky scripting, they actually made a vaguely creative premise out of trying to make the game of Truth or Dare into a horror movie. And the cast was good, and for a very low budget movie that didn't use much blood and gore, they actually effectively managed to give it a certain degree of intensity. So I think, honestly, it's a very underrated movie, and I'm one of the few people who would say that. I really like the studio. Blumhouse, the same studio that made the new Halloween, which is also good. So we got to get thinking about this movie thing. We'll get back to it about seeing Overlord, so stick around.
Cool.
I don't wanna fall asleep 'cause I miss you, baby.
So Wilson, what did you think of your first trip to the Jam Factory?
I can think of two things wrong with that title.
It said clip.
I can think of at least two things wrong with that title.
Good reference. So, Overlord, thoughts?
It was a really nice movie.
Yeah, impressive.
Nothing what I was expecting at all.
I didn't know what expectations to go in with, but my first thought was Nazi zombies, it's going to be a B movie. Could be a good B movie, but it'll be a B movie.
Yeah.
No, they took the concept really seriously, and
Yeah.
that was very unexpected, but effective.
Yeah, it's had some really nice shots as well.
The production values were so good. The acting was solid. They didn't waste time with characterization or subplots or anything. They were just to the point. It was always trying to be visually exciting or atmospheric, which meant it was always trying to be a good action film or a good horror film. That means in the end, it did both and it succeeded in both genres. Even though at the midpoint, it did slow down because it became more horror-esque. The intro was action, like the intro to Saving Private Ryan, which was really well done.
Yep.
And then the climax was more action with a bit of horror, whereas that midpoint was really sort of slowed down horror.
Yeah.
Pacing would probably be the only slight issue, but even then it was a small aspect of what was a really well-made movie. So Overlord, definitely more to recommend.
Totally worth the $0 we paid.
Yeah, I mean, that's a movie I'd pay to see.
Yeah, saying a lot.
Exactly. I don't really pay to see many movies these days. Thank you, Tash. Do we have anything else to say on Overlord, or do we want to get back to Asteroids the movie?
Not much more.
Okay, so my first thought, which I had in the cinema, was much as we love Mel Gibson, we both agreed that Kurt Russell needs the role more. Yeah, like Bruce Willis, he's an 80s action hero, but Mel Gibson's go to Korea and Kurt Russell's doing small gigs right now. He's still got it, but he needs to be the star. Him and Terry Crews, that would be amazing. As far as the gunner goes, I've actually figured out who it should be. Ninja from The Antwood. You remember the guy from Chappie?
Oh, yes.
I can see him as like a really angry, trigger-happy guy.
Yep.
And then we'll be fulfilling the quota of having a musician in the film. So we have the captain, we have the gunner, we have the pilot, and the demolitions expert we needed. And then we needed a token female. We could have a badass female as a demolitions expert. That'd be pretty cool and progressive.
It's like badass Michelle Rodriguez-esque.
You know who I would actually love to see as an action heroine again? Yu Nuan, the Asian actress from The Expendables 2.
Oh, I remember her, yeah.
She was really to the point in that film, and she had really good martial arts skills. I could see her bringing cool aspects of the role, plus more Asian representation in Hollywood, and, you know, good diversity for the film. Fuck, we're really approaching this from a marketing perspective. Jesus. I like it though. And then we need a token female, so someone who fits the quota of being attractive, but also, like, because it's our film, someone who can act. I realize when we say that, it's almost like we're saying, oh gee, we can't think of an attractive female that can act.
Maybe there's too many and we can't decide who.
No, that is true. With me, I'm just trying to think, what's an actress I've seen that hasn't had a big shot yet, but deserves a shot?
I was just thinking the end of Deadpool when he's like, Keira Knightley can do everything.
Keira Knightley, she's got range, who knows? Anyway, big secret, shh.
See, she's already an A-lister with 2 Academy Award nominations. But there's one actress I'd go with, but audiences wouldn't really recognize her. Her name's Tina Ivlev, I think. She was in this film called Bound to Vengeance, where she did this really badass lead performance. We've cast our Asteroids movie, a better version of Armageddon.
Yeah, I guess so.
I would love to do that. I'd direct the film. And you being an engineer, I guess what would you do? Would you?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Stupid sexy Flanders!
I'm not gonna wear a ski suit.
On my film set you would if you wanted a fucking job. I would make everyone be a meme of some kind. Recently it was my friend Tom's birthday. Tom Dunn, now he loves The Simpsons. He came over to my friend Alex's house. We were all hiding to jump out and surprise him. Everyone jumped out except me. I was still hiding in the cupboard. And he was like, oh, thanks you guys. Everyone forgot about me. I was in the cupboard for about 15 minutes until Tom walked over. I kicked the door down, put my hands in and said, Tom, I don't want to alarm you, but there could be a boogeyman in the house. And that was my birthday present to him.
That's a good birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. When your birthday present's a meme.
Yeah.
That's a Harry Wall.
Harry J. Wall.
Harry.
Yeah. A cyclist that I respect and obeys the road rules.
That's rare.
Yeah, I like that man. Oh, wait. If he doesn't dismount right there where it says cyclist dismount, you be my eyes.
Alright.
He's still on it. He's still on it. Oh, he broke the fucking rules. Oh, we finally thought we found a good cyclist, but he's ignoring the dismount sign.
Oof.
Yeah.
More cyclists.
Fucking cyclists.
I'm surprised there aren't more cyclist memes.
It should be.
It's like it's a very like untapped potential.
Oh, absolutely.
Although I feel like a lot of people will be very angry.
I left my electric razor at my dad's, which is why I haven't shaved in like months.
I did notice that.
Yeah, it's gotten bushy.
Unless you're anything like me.
You just don't grow facial hair.
Happen.
For the sake of this video, I should actually Photoshop that Asteroids movie poster.
Yeah, it should.
I'll take the poster to Armageddon and I'll just try to put all the actors in it.
I don't even remember what the poster looks like.
It's just like this glowing yellow thing because it's supposed to be an eclipse because the asteroid's blocking the sun out or whatever.
And then they shot a rocket at it and it destroyed Mosbar.
Oh dear God, no!
What's the other asteroid movie?
Deep Impact.
That's it, when the other meteor asteroid hits the Earth, it should just be like Mo.
I was thinking that, or they send a rocket into it and it blows it up, but then the remains of the asteroid hit Bruce Willis, and he's like, "Oh dear God, no! I know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go home, make that, and then edit that into the video."
Yeah.
People at home trying to understand my creative meme process. This is it. It's literally just talk with the right people, get the vibes pumping, and then when it happens, you get your memes jumping. Shit, I'm rhyming. Yeah, I'm throwing out these lines. I've got my freestyle going, and I'm gonna go for a while, but I'm gonna slow down in a second and stop because as we come here, we're coming to a drop on the road. Yeah, it's all wet. I don't want to crash. Oh shit, I think my dick has a rash, and that's where I'm gonna end. I could have gone on for much longer. I'm back into freestyling now, but...
Nice. Although you did come to dick having a rash thing really quickly.
Fake laugh, hiding real pain.
Let's just leave some things unsaid, he says after talking about his dick having a rash. I've got more shit in my mouth than a German porn star.
Oh.
Foxy, they ought to call you a German porn star's mouth.
German porn star mouth.
'Cause you full of shit. Hi.
Laugh it up, assholes.
Have you ever actually seen Drawn Together?
No, I haven't.
It's so good. It only ran for 3 seasons, but it was the first animated reality show where they took fictionalized versions of animated characters from other shows and put them in a reality show house. It was so fucking blatantly offensive and anti-social justice that it got cancelled after 3 seasons, but it has a huge cult following. It's one of the funniest shows ever.
I think I do remember it, but I have not seen it in so long.
Oh, you need to watch it, man. It's one of the greatest animated shows ever made. And that's saying something in an age with Archer and BoJack Horseman and stuff.
Archer?
I haven't seen it in ages. I don't think I've seen anything past Archer Vice.
I think I'm up to Archer Vice as well.
And there was a competition to win double passes to Bumblebee the other day, and they had to say, if you were a Transformer, what car would you be?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought about it. You know the Stephen King story, Christine, about the killer car?
Yes.
I would be that car, a 1958 Plymouth Fury. Because then when I'm hunting down Decepticons, I get to pretend that I'm the villain in that horror movie.
Nice.
That'd be badass.
I wouldn't even think about that. I have no idea.
Keeping in mind, you can make any alterations you want because you're a fucking Transformer. I'm going to be really interested to see how Bumblebee gets a 98. I'm sure it'll drop when the wider release happens, but the fact that it's gotten so few bad reviews so far, the highest rating any of the other Transformers have got is the first one. That's on 58%, I think.
Big step up from 58%.
Yeah, 58 to 98. Like, I read some early reviews. Basically, what they say is the action is great. They somehow put heart in the story, and a few people have said the film's progressive because the main character is a teenage girl who knows a bunch of shit about cars, and she's probably going to be an action hero to some extent.
Okay.
But it doesn't sound like it's tacky. It's Haley Steinfeld. She's a really good actress. So after Transformers The Last Night, I was like, oh geez, Bumblebee is going to suck. I mean, it's about one Transformer.
That was not a good movie.
I didn't think so either. And that's coming from someone who even liked Transformers 4.
I was surprised that you liked it and not really like it.
I think just for me, the gimmicks just carried. For one thing, Mark Wahlberg in the lead. He was a better lead than Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg was good in it.
Yeah, he was good. Kelsey Grammer was in it and he was good. But it was more sort of just, I liked the action set pieces. I still thought the film went on for too long and a lot of the acting was shit. Like Nicola Peltz and even TJ Miller was,
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just liked it.
Yeah.
But by the point of The Last Night, they were just beating the dead horse. Although I'm sure a lot of people would have said that to Transformers 2. 2 I'll never acknowledge as a good
Yeah,
film.
speaking of being the dead horse, I actually watched Venom the other day.
Ooh, how was it?
I actually liked it.
Really?
Not the first bit, but like just because it was Tom Hardy and Venom.
That is a good mix. Like, I still want to see it.
You could make a rom-com of Tom Hardy and Venom together. Their interactions like...
Because it got decent action as well.
First like half the movie is pretty slow. Not enough Venom at the start.
I really don't like it when movies take too long
Yeah.
to turn their characters into the title characters. Like, I rewatched The Lone Ranger recently. You need to cut an hour out of that movie, bring it from 2.5 hours to 1.5 hours, and make the main character, the Lone Ranger, faster. I still don't think it'll be a great film, but it'll be a better film than that 2.5 hour abomination.
Yeah, a lot of 2.5 hour movies don't really cut it.
But also, like, it's a Western. They're just not popular anymore, and this is where we part. Hey, good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
I'll get on to...
Catch you later, man.
And I don't want to miss a thing.